Yo, what's going on people? It's your boy Huncho, back at you again with another video. And so it's been about 8 days now since the news broke that Frosty beat his county lines case, but I did tell you guys if I found court details as to what exactly happened, I'd share them with you. And I gotta give a shout out to one of my Instagram followers for plugging me this source because I didn't even realise that there was any information out there, but there was, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys right now. If you don't know what's going on though, a few months ago, Frosty said he had another county line case separate to the one which he went to jail for, and he had a few court appearances, and after that he eventually went on to beat the case. We followed it from roughly start to finish, and I'll leave all relevant videos posted down in the description below if you want to give those a watch. But yeah, like I said, details have now emerged about what exactly went on in court. And remember how we were saying that Frosty was at Basingstoke Magistrates Court? Well, at that hearing it was said that he would actually go on to plead guilty to supplying Class A drugs. The case was then moved over to Winchester Crown Court, and it was heard that Frosty had been selling cocaine and diamorphine in Winchester between roughly the 1st of August 2018 and the 12th of September 2018. Prosecutor Tom Wilkins told the court that officers on patrol spotted a transaction they considered to be a drug deal, and they followed Frosty to an address in Nelson Road, Highcliffe. The prosecution said officers knew there was a woman who had a diagnosis of autism and unstable personality disorder living in the flat, and decided to knock on the door but received no reply. He continued, eventually they heard the voice of a young woman inside saying if there were police she wasn't letting them in. The door was then broken down and a phone was found on Frosty which showed the device moving between London and Winchester with text sent to around 60 users marketing that drugs were available, and this was thought to have been a case of county lines. Around 12 wraps of cocaine worth £240 and 7 wraps of diamorphine priced at £70 were found, along with £1,892 in cash. The prosecution said that when the police had the opportunity to speak to the woman, it became clear that she had drugs on her and that the drugs were stuck up her bumhole. And they added that it's the Crown's case that this was cuckooing. The court was told that the woman's address was being used as a crack house and proceedings against her will were discontinued after it was deemed that there was no realistic possibility of conviction. Frosty's barrister, Roy Headlam, said that he, in regards to Frosty, had been quote-unquote groomed from a very young age and was being quote-unquote bounced around to sell drugs. He added that Frosty was a totally different person and that it would be a disaster to send him back to jail and effectively lose what he's already achieved so far music-wise. And speaking on Frosty's music, the defense added he's a success, he's just signed a contract with Sony Music, he's on the verge of breaking through to the mainstream. Through his music, he appeals to a large number of young people, he's sending a message, he's an ambassador, he's trying to preach positiveness. Then once this case got wrapped up, Judge William Mousley QC gave him a 2-year jail sentence, suspended for 2 years, and he was also handed 240 hours of unpaid work, and this to pay court costs of £360. So as you can see, this court case is now wrapped up, and I don't believe he's involved in any other court cases, and I believe he's in the clear now. Well, I am happy for him because, again, like I've said in previous videos, when it comes to Frosty, you can see that he's wanting to do music and give music a real good go, because it seems like he's seen this opportunity and he wants to run with it. Now, a lot of the times with drill rappers as well, we see them have some kind of successful music career, but they always seem to end up getting wrapped back up in cases, and for Frosty, I just feel like that's not necessarily the case. And for you guys who don't know, he actually does have a project dropping soon called Under Surveillance, and that will be dropping at some point in November. A date hasn't been confirmed yet. He would go on to post the artwork along with the caption, Under Surveillance dropping, my debut tape. I want to hear it beating off in every bando when it drops. This project's about to fuck up the M-way. Comment if you're ready. And so it seems like we're finally about to get a Frosty tape dropping. After it seemed like years, although it hasn't been years, it just feels like so long since Frosty's been out now, and it is finally good that he's finally putting a tape out. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Give the video a little like, and if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.